What's up, New Orleans? This is Comedy Central Stand Up Presents. Ladies and gentlemen, Solomon Georgio.
How you doing, New Orleans? Look how pretty my name is. I could barely pronounce it. Oh, this is perfect. The city is perfect, by the way. This is the most perfect city. I went to the CVS to get hair care product, and I saw the largest black hair care section in my life. I was just sitting there like, did I die and go to black heaven? I do not want to leave this place. Oh, I want to actually start off by sincerely apologizing to everyone. I did my best to look decent, but I ended up looking amazing. So, look at the suit. It's new. I like it. It's nice. Thank you. I know it. I look like a mannequin that came to life. Thank you. Want to start off by letting you know that I am gay as hell. I'm great at it. I do a great job. I was sitting there being black. I was like, you know what? Give me another thing. I got it. Come on over. I'm also African, thoroughbred from the source. Thank you so much. Thank you. I came to America when I was a little diva. It's also the first time I ever saw a white person. And my immediate thought was, it's a black ghost. This country's filled with apparitions. Oh, man. I have been gay for quite some time. I came out when I was 18, back in the year 2000, you know, before it was cool. I told my parents I was gay. They're both very traditional African immigrants, so I don't recommend doing that. Write them a letter. They can't read. But I told them I was gay, and my dad got very upset. I don't know if it was because I said I was gay or that I sang the entirety of Papa Don't Preach immediately afterwards. It's a much longer song than you think it is. But he got very mad. And he said the most cliche thing you can say in that situation. He said, God hates gay people. I was like, tight. I'm an atheist. Telling me God hates gay people is like telling me a leprechaun hates my suit. I don't believe in leprechauns. Also, this is a shitty leprechaun because this is a dope-ass suit. You need to hang out with better leprechauns. But if I did subscribe to religion, if that was something I truly believed in, you're essentially telling me that God hates me, yet he made me look like a perfect angel. Look up and down, find a flaw. I woke up like this, there's none. There's none. Look at the legs. You have to fire them because they don't quit. Do you see this thigh gap? It's natural. I've done nothing to earn it. I can fit everyone's secrets in here. Just throw them in. I got plenty of space. And have you seen other gay people? Jesus Christ. Like, I'm a straight 10, for sure a gay 4. It is tough competition. However, the other side of the spectrum, homophobes, the ugliest group of people you've ever seen in your entire life. The homiest looking haters to come into fruition. We're talking about Donald Trump. He looks like lactose intolerance turned into a person. Steve Bannon. He looks like he tried to cure his skin cancer with whiskey. And then there was that clerk from Kentucky that wasn't marrying gay couples. What was her name? Kimberly Davis. God spent zero time on her. Didn't even let the mold set. Like, get your hateful ass out of here! That's where I am as an adult. I no longer develop intelligent arguments towards hate. I just go, you ugly, and then I moonwalk away. Oh. But as I said, I'm African. I'm Ethiopian specifically. And Ethiopia it's a really old Christian nation, very sexually repressed, which is was very unfortunate because I'm still waiting for my parents to give me the talk. And I started puberty way too early. So a lot of things were happening in my body and no one was telling me about it. Like the first time I masturbated was by accident. Anybody else? All right, welcome to the weird club. Yeah, I was 9 years old. I went to go pee. And then out of nowhere, my penis came to life. Grew girth, evolved into another being. And initially, I panicked. But then I thought, you know what, Solomon? Let's chase this dragon. And I gave myself my first ever rub and tug. And it felt great. Then it felt amazing. And then it felt phenomenal. And then, out of nowhere, something new spat out of my body. And I panicked again. But I was rational. I thought about it. I was like, you know what, Solomon? Relax. This is obviously bone juice. This is juice from your bones. Again, I was a very rational kid. I was like, bone juice needs to have a purpose, Solomon. And I figured it out. I said, one day when you're ready to have a family, you collect the bone juice, and then you kindly hand that over to a lady when you have enough to make a baby skeleton. And she finishes up the rest. That was my bone juice theory. I believed it with all of my heart, which was another unfortunate thing because I was also the smartest kid in my class. I legit convinced 20 kids the next day about bone juice. We didn't have sex ed for 2 years. And I remember the teacher looked at the class like, all right, who here is familiar with sexual intercourse? And this one kid, Kenny, rose his hand. And he said, yeah, we all know about bone juice. Solomon told us. And that was the day I got to watch an educator give up on the future. It was a good day. Yes, I am a black, gay, African immigrant. That's a lot to unpack. There's a lot of things going on. But I don't think I'm unique. I don't believe in that. I believe that there's too many similarities amongst us to ignore. Like, I know for a fact that everyone has an enemy list. At least one person. Like, you don't want to kill them, but you want to watch them die. We all have that list. I have my enemy list. It's a very short, very concise list. First person on that list is a gentleman that offered me a cookie, but then handed me a Fig Newton. Those two things aren't comparable. Close your eyes. Imagine a cookie. Is anybody here thinking of a nasty brick of fiber with gross-ass jelly in the middle? The only time you can offer someone a Fig Newton is if you follow up with a question, can you please throw this away from me? The garbage is so far away. The second person on my list is my friend's mother. She would mix Nesquik with water. That's mud, y'all. That is nasty, sugary-ass mud. She even tried to convince us that Crystal Light was Kool-Aid. I'm like, lady, you gotta go. I'm calling CPS. But the last person on this list is a special person. Is anybody here a fan of Harry Potter? Oh, we got some Harry Potter heads? I love Harry Potter. I love it. I love the books. I love the movies. I love Harry Potter so much that I went to Orlando, Florida, so I can go to Harry Potter World at Universal Studios. One of the best days of my life, until I ran into this individual. It was a Harry Potter World employee that called me a muggle. If you're not familiar, a muggle is a derogatory term for a non-magical person in the world of Harry Potter. And I did not spend $150 to have a white teenager call me the N-word of the Wizarding World, okay? I told my friend about my enemy list. And he said to me, Solomon, you are being very petty. And I was like, you know what? You're on the list. Don't ever call me petty again. I've been trying to figure out a few things that we do that are weird, though, as a species. For example, why do we have sex for more than 30 minutes? That's an aggressively long time. Sex shouldn't be longer than an episode of Living Single. I see that some of you are not familiar with the hit Fox sitcom, Living Single. I'll give you another reference point. Sex shouldn't be longer than an episode of Friends, the shitty-ass version of Living Single. We're gonna do it again, but with no black people in New York City. Yeah, I see you. And I'm gay. That's 2 dicks. We should be in and out in 5 minutes. It's why I chose to be gay. Which one of these finishes faster? I got places to be. Right now, I'm in a great relationship. I have a wonderful boyfriend. Before that, I was single, because that's how that works. And that was awful, because dating is stupid as hell. It's dumb as hell all across the board, especially now with modern dating. We have the apps. Like, I tried Tinder, because I've always wanted to date the ugliest person in a group photo. We know which one you are, okay? But I also was on Grindr. And if you're not familiar with Grindr, it is a very real-time, very intense gay sex app. And it was a little too intense for me. Like, I remember the messages that I get. One of them, this guy sent me this message, all caps. Only masculine dudes. Are you masculine? I responded, all lowercase, yes. I'm so masculine that I am done being gay. Mountains now, dog. What do you need? It was also weirdly racist. This one white guy, he sent me this message, looking for a man with a big chocolate dick. That was the first thing he said to me. Not hi, hello, other human person in the world. Just right to looking for a man with a big chocolate dick. I immediately replied with, oh my God, me too. He killed my father. We need to team up. hunt down the man with a big chocolate dick. I'll scour the internet, you search the streets. We'll bring him to justice together. By the way, justice is the name of my mouth. What? Come on, I thought we were having fun here. As a professional homosexual, I've been trying to figure out what is the gayest thing in the entire world. I've done my field research, and I've come to the conclusion that straight men that refuse to eat are the gayest thing in the entire world. Why do you exist? Who are you for? Why can they never keep it a secret? They always brag about it. They just show up to parties and go, I don't need and then they leave. And you're standing there like, why did I need to know that? Because you have to understand, I have sucked hundreds, nay, thousands of and not once have I bragged about not eating. Never had such a gay-ass thought in my life. Because even as a penis connoisseur, I can tell, unquestionably, vaginas are the far more pleasant set of genitals. Hands down. Like no one, thank you. No one's ever been awoken with a hard vagina poking them in the back. No woman has ever removed a vagina from someone's mouth and then smacked them on the cheek a couple of times. That doesn't feel good on either end, by the way. That's a weird-ass thing to do. Anybody here ever choke on a vagina? Yeah, I didn't think so. 2017. I'm having a great year. A lot of people are having a hard year. 2017 has been a very difficult year for some people. Not for me. Because for the first time in my life, I got to witness white people over white people. Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face. And it's been like, it's weird because since the election happened, a lot of my white liberal friends have come up to me and have been apologizing. And I want to say right now from the bottom of my heart, apology not accepted. Not accepted, never requested. It's like a Discover card. I only accept cash here. But I know what's happening. They want to be the cool white person. They want to be that person that's like, hey man, I get it. Other white people suck. Like, you suck too. You didn't fix shit. We're in this together. And here's the thing, you can be the cool white person. That option is available. There's only one thing you gotta do. You bring me the head of your racist uncle. I'll let you say the N-word in a song. Go for it. I don't even care which song. Achy Breaky Heart, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Let it out, you're one of the good ones. That's how I do it. But you know, I do want to say that this has been, honestly, for me, a dream come true. This has been one of the best experiences of my life. And some people out there will see this and they'll think, all you did was talk about being gay, being black, how white people suck, how straight people suck. And if you feel that way, I just want you to know you're on the list. Black Lives Matter. Beyonce is queen. I love you, New Orleans. Thank you.